Right now I am on the shores of Lake Bled in Slovenia, and we are absolutely excited for this weekend. Exactly 1 year ago we were here in the Slovenian Alps for the JULIAN Alps trail race that I ran, which was one of my favorite memories and my all-time favorite race that I've ever ran. Excited to be going back at it again.
We're gonna have so much fun. Oh.
Like a slippery slide.
She won his banana ham to say try.
Take care for each other.
That's not good. That's not good. I ended up stopping and doing my best and helped carry the guy who was showing symptoms of hypothermia. But there are a few things that are different for this year's race. Number one, we have Risa's grandparents here with us. We're having an amazing time. We just left Hungary. Definitely go ahead and check those out if you haven't already.
This really looks good.
It's like top notch.
And I think I ordered the best meal.
I think I got the better dish.
We explain why this country is very special to our family.
My ancestors are from Hungary. Grandmother and also my grandfather, they immigrated over here in the early 1900s.
And this is a Hungarian countryside. What have we been doing?
I'm going to an top pose.
You say hot tub?
Up top.
Hot top.
We are just 30 minutes away from our hotel and being able to enjoy an amazing weekend in some beautiful area. Honestly, since we made it into Bled, this has been the best weather that we've had the entire day. We've been driving in rain, and the forecast for tomorrow's race is 100% chance rain. So I'm fully expecting to fall, slip, be wet, cold, but it's gonna be amazing, making some great memories and being in some incredible scenery. But before we get to the little town of Kranjska Gora where the race is held, we are spending a little bit of time here at Lake Bled exploring the shores of the lake, an amazing way to start out this weekend trip. Speaking of being rainy and falling a lot during this race, I actually just went down to the lake shore and biffed it on the way down, so that was my first run. Hi sweetheart, are you ready to race?
Yeah.
Should we go?
Yes, wait.
Ready? Set, go.
We made it here to the Jasno Resort. Anytime we come here, we're blown away by the location and the setting. Breathtaking. Unfortunately, we can't see the highlight of the view because the clouds are covering those beautiful mountains. But we know what's behind them, and so we're gonna hope that in the next couple days we can wake up and see them. But even without that, I mean, it's beautiful. It started to rain, so somehow we keep on missing the rain. We're stopping at the perfect time. At Lake Bled, we missed the rain, got in the car, started raining, and here, walking into the hotel, it was not raining. But now it is. We're really excited to first watch Tanner on his race. Hopefully that will continue, and he's gonna crush it, although I'm sure he'll be freezing cold. Secondly, we're just excited to take it easy, relax. We have a lot of card playing planned and eating the food from the restaurant. That's one thing that we really love about staying here is there's a restaurant right here on site. The breakfast that is included is great, and all of their meals are wonderful as well. Tanner was mentioning that he's starving, so I think we're gonna make our way down to the restaurant soon. But first, what you guys need to see is this room. It's stunning, so let's go give you a tour.
They have a bidet, yes. Well, I've now left the hotel on the way to the event center to go check in. I have to get my race bib, check up on the status update if the route has changed at all for my race. I know for the 170 and for the 100 kilometer races, they both have changed, saying they're not going to be going to the tallest peaks because of the risk of snow and high winds. I still think I'm hoping just for the same unchanged route that I've been looking forward to. I signed up for the 30 or 34K in this instance race, which last year I did the 15K. It was absolutely the best. Woo! Okay, we made it up the first of the biggest, and wow, oh my gosh. Oh, that was terrible. Woo. Had a blast, and I'm really looking forward to a little bit longer of a race, but at the same time I'm a little nervous because the last race I ran was the Prague Marathon back in May. There are roughly 11,000 registered runners for this race.
There are 88 nationalities.
Man, the BO is right here.
You drink.
and I'm never doing this again, I don't think. And I haven't done a great job at keeping up on longer runs, so I think the longest it was like a 2-hour run. I'm hoping my body's good because I'm probably gonna put in 4 hours this weekend. I got my packet, got my bib, ready to go. Fortunately, most of my race is the same, except for I am missing out on 150 meters of extra elevation. Not terribly sad about that. Regardless, it's going to be an amazing race. The bus leaves here at 7:45 tomorrow morning, takes us to our starting point, and then I finish right here.
We're gonna have so much fun. Oh.
Like a slippery slide.
Willa's still asleep, so we're not gonna wake her up to drop you off. It's chilly morning. Where's your jacket?
It's in here. Stay in touch.
Isn't that race?
Is Daddy running that race?
Yeah.
Not 2 minutes after Tanner left, she woke up, which makes me feel bad because it's raining and Tanner's running to the bus stop.
She won his banana hamp to say try.
Can you say good luck, Daddy?
Good luck, Daddy.
You wanna blow him a kiss?
Didn't sleep the greatest, but we're up this morning. Got the rain jacket, all the gear. I feel like I'm carrying a 15-pound back, which is probably not an overstatement because I had to pack extra pants, extra shirt, this jacket, water, and I definitely don't want to have too few snacks for this race. Well, after a decently long ride up here, windy roads, I'm luckily not sick, but I'm ready to go.
You gotta be careful for the mud. And my friend here is already coming with
The hardest rain has started to come right now, so perfect.
Don't go too fast. Take care for each other.
Well, let's see how this goes. This is the first group of 2, 350 roughly. At 1,600 meters, they said there's supposed to be snow. That'll be fun. But right now, we're gonna be going up the most intense part, I think 800 meters of elevation change here, so gonna tone it back a bit.
What do you want me to get?
My banana.
Well, as you guys heard from Willa, I'm headed down to the car to get some umbrellas. This rain has not let up. I have no idea how Tanner's doing out there, so I guess we'll find out. I'm always so excited to see him. Tanner is he's a good runner and he's humble though. So I just love to talk about him and point out all of his talents because he has a lot and he's an incredible dad, an incredible athlete, and I don't know how he does it all. We're just excited to cheer him on at that finish line.
Well, hopefully I made the check mark. It's on my leg, so I hope so. Here's video proof of it. Well, that was probably the most exciting part of the last few kilometers. Lost my shoe, about fell 3 different times, skied down a couple mudslide hills, and now we're hitting off and on snow. Up. No, that's not good. That's not good. Maybe twisted ankle. It's very treacherous up here. Crazy change in temperature and weather in the last 15 minutes. I ended up stopping and doing my best and helped carry the guy who he was showing symptoms of hypothermia. It was cold, felt pretty rigid. It was really hard for me to stay on my feet as I was carrying him with the other guys. They weren't too far from the checkpoint, so I'm hoping they'll be able to get them into the van that was right there and move on, but it's kind of hard seeing people just run right by. You know, when this person is at their worst, you know, supposed to be at their best, enjoying a beautiful run. I'm hoping the guy makes it and gets warmed up and can have no complications after. It's dry, it's clearing out. Spectacular view.
Are you warm? Yeah.
All the fastest runners be inside in 20 minutes.
Go, Daddy! Where was he running?
He was up a mountain.
Yeah, he was up in the mountain.
And he said nervous up mountain.
Was he a little nervous?
He was. He was scared to let a hug.
You can give him the biggest hug ever, okay? When he gets at the finish line.
Well, that's it. I'm done.
Let's go, baby! Finish line!
He's coming.
How are you? Oh my gosh!
I gotta get some stuff.
Okay.
Trying to come here? You want some of this?
Okay. Turn around. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was better said it was a trail ski than a trail run. I'm wondering why I do that. Because right now it doesn't feel great. But hey, they gave me a whole plate of chips, so whole bowl.
Are you cold?
Yeah, I'm gonna put my jacket on. And it was the weirdest feeling, like my chest was tightening up.
It's so fun to have my grandparents here to be able to support Tanner and cheer him on as well. This is a very happy memory for me. Man, you're acting older than my grandpa.
I'm feeling older than you.
He's hurting.
Oh man, my body's cold.
Tanner's starting to freeze over here. Gotta keep him warm.
Flash forward to the next day, we are about to take off from the Jasna Resort and the beautiful area of Kranjska Gora. After the race, I started to get really cold and showing signs of hypothermia, so luckily we got to the hotel, I was able to warm up. And I can only imagine how it must have been for so many others, because later on during the day, they actually closed that path where it was snowing really hard. Anyone who hadn't made it to one of the huts, they forced them to stop there, get on a bus, and get taken back. So really the conditions were getting worse and worse, which is not a surprise because it was extremely slippery, cold, windy, and after hundreds of people in that first group going over that area, I can imagine it must have been absolutely slippery. One thing the email did say is that they were unable to get a helicopter up to one of the huts, and I imagine that was for the guy that we ended up trying to help get down the mountains. There were some runners that didn't even get to finish the full race in that section, which is unfortunate, but it's better than having a lot of people get injured. Today my body's feeling quite rested, but I'm still sore ankles and wrists from falling down so much, but it was a blast. Honestly, had an amazing time, and I'm looking forward to another trail run. Who knows, maybe here, maybe somewhere else in the Alps, but I definitely want to include another race while we're here in Europe.
Let's go! Wow! Do you think we should walk on that?
No, we're gonna walk on this. Ready, set, go!
With their purse and everything.
Ending out the race, I found that I was in the top 150, which it didn't really matter, but it was still fun to see. But for now, until next time, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button, and we will see you next time.
What do you want me to get?
My banana.